What is happening, everybody? Thank you for being here at All Access Live 2025, January 2nd. Before I even get started, I want to do two things. Number one, thank you yesterday to Boots Green from Eminem for being out here. Amazing drummer. He's played with everybody from Snoop Dogg to Dr. Dre. If you missed it, go back and check out my channel. I'm going to put the link right here. If you're coming here anywhere other than YouTube, do me a favor. Go to the link below. Go to youtube.com/@accesskevin. You can subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it very much if you share this with people. Make sure you like it. And if you want to, you can become a member. And members get not only access to all 350 other episodes that I've done, but you also have exclusive only members only episodes. I recently had Ginger Lynn on. I've had Kelly Keegi from Night Ranger in his backyard, checking out his home studio. Midyear from Ultravox, Cy Kernan from The Fix. Lots more great opportunities for you if you're a member. But if nothing else, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Also, if you came here and you're a musician, check it out. My sponsor, 5 Star Guitars, is based in Beaverton, Oregon. They have the greatest selection of guitars. They also do lessons. They do repairs. And if you order from Oregon, there's no sales tax. So if you're like my next guest out of California, you want to play some guitars, find a mean deal, go to 5starguitars.com and order online. There's no sales tax. Buy it right from there. All right. So speaking of my next guest, check this out. You saw that introduction at the beginning of this video. Great opportunities that I've had all over the world to meet phenomenal musicians and amazing artists, lots of talent. My guest today has probably met with more celebrities than one could count. He also has a mobile music museum. So as I promoted this, I talked about Archie's ice cream truck, but it's not just an ice cream truck. This thing is a mobile museum of all things rock and roll. So from his truck right here, got Shant Keuilian. Look at this. Shant, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing great, Kevin. How are you? Hi.
I'm glad to see you, buddy. Yes, sir, man. You're
Yeah,
looking good, bud.
good to see you. Oh, dude, right on. Thank you. You too.
The hair is getting long, man. This is good. And I love this. This is
Yeah. Thanks, man.
it's rock and roll weather, man. So
Yeah,
what I
it
didn't
is.
mention in the
So is rock.
promo, we shared two things in common.
Huh.
We were, of course, lovers of rock and roll, and we get to share a lot of these
Uh-huh.
events. But we're also
Totally.
just fanatical pug owners, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
like,
Yes. I think when we
peop
met and we found that out, we connected even more. You know what I mean?
yep, yeah. So let's skip the rock and roll thing for a second. First of all, tell me about your pug ownership, man. Tell me about the most important of your family.
Yeah, I have a little pug. It's a girl. Her name is Violet. And she is my world, man. I love her to death. She makes me super happy. And whenever you have a bad day, a good day, I'm always a champion when I come home. And leaving, the events are fun. You go out, you party, everything's going to be great. But leaving's always the hardest because she just stares at me.
Yeah,
Like, she knows when I put my socks on, like, okay, he's
yeah.
leaving, I'm like, oh man, you know what I mean? But she clings to me when I get home, and it is, man. She's just my little power pack. I love her to death.
Do you
Yeah.
do you ever take her
Violet.
out on the
Yeah.
truck
And
with you?
huh? No, I don't. I should. I've done it maybe once or twice, but it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
having what I do in this truck in events and my dog, but no, but she's awesome. And your Dr. Edgar, you got a great name. Tell everybody you're Edgar Allan
Edgar Allan Pug, yes, sir, man.
Pugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's so rad,
I
dude.
wouldn't know.
That's so, yeah. Mine's simple, just little Violet. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my boys were the ones that
Yeah.
convinced me. Caleb and Nolan were. I was a big dog fan forever, right? And my boys
Yeah.
kept saying, "Dad,
Okay.
we got to get a black pug." And I fought with the idea for a little while, and when they brought him home,
Yeah. So did I.
oh, buddy, I can't
Dude,
even believe it.
I was so again.
But he's got big dog
I was
energy,
so
right? So that's the way they are.
yeah. Well, I came from German Shepherds, German Shepherd family.
Yeah.
And then I got outvoted by everybody at home. And then I'm like, no, I don't want a dog. And I really went against it. But then I came home and I went to my mom and dad's house for like 2 days, dude. I was so mad because my house is immaculate, super clean. And I knew like a dog and, this and that action is here and there and fur and everything. And then I came home, I calmed down, came home, and this little dog, a little baby pug, man, that was looking at me and I'm like, God, you're such an idiot. What did you
Yeah.
think like that for? You know what I mean? But now she favors me. And then I made a rule at my house. I'm like, okay, we're getting this dog. No one will ever leave this dog alone. Like the dog will never stay alone. And if we almost have to go somewhere like a family function that's super important, she has a friend down the street, another pug named Rolo.
Nice.
And they hang out and they're best friends. So she'll go there, but we don't like to do that because she's that often because we love her at home. We love her with us. We're like, yeah. So
is she like, I mean, like Edgar? He's a shadow, man. Everywhere you're at, he will follow. He's very sort of, he kind of hugs your shadow at any point. And he sleep with you guys?
Yes. Yes. And sleeps with me and jacks up my back. She sleeps between my legs. She likes to go between your legs or up against you, which is awesome. Right. But, and you also, when you go to the bathroom, guess who wants to go to the bathroom with you, right? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: like you supervise her going potty, so she wants to do the same thing, So
it's like leave me alone, But no, she scratches at the door. But it's a great dog breed. Just be ready for you have a black pug, so you don't see a lot of the hair, but fawn pugs, like I have the light tan one, you have the hair on everything. It's like, that sucks. No. And I wear a lot of black clothes.
Mine's a brindle. Yeah, I got all sorts, and he's gray now. He's 9, so I'm getting the hairs.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but people understand.
Yeah. But they say they're in my car and everything, or they're just little I love yous. Oh, yeah. That's what pug hairs are when you see them around. They're like little I love yous from her. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever. But I don't know. But pugs rule.
They do.
All dogs rule. I love all. Yeah, I want to do a pug thing one day with my ice cream charity, like a rescue. I do. But the problem with me would be I would rescue all the pugs, and I'd be like, okay, this one's not going anywhere. I don't want anybody to take this. I wouldn't want to. And then, I would keep them all.
I actually, my son and I went to a pug rescue, like a pug cafe in Singapore about 4 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
They had like 14 of them,
Cool.
But and here in Portland, I live up in Oregon, they've got a pug crawl. And they get like 1,000 pugs from all over the place.
Yeah, we have them here.
Okay, yeah, there was a Broadway theme one that we did, and everybody had them all dressed up like Little Shop of Horrors, and cats, and it was fun. Do you dress Violet up for Halloween?
It's fun. We do. And this year she was the little girl from Nightmare on Elm Street, the girl with the red hair or whatever. I forgot her name, but it was that girl.
That is
it's fun, and we do the pug meets too. They're Orange County pug meet, and so you go and she runs around, but she's not into other pugs as much, but she really, really, really likes puppies. Like a puppy pug. She's like, I got to take care of this little puppy. But all the other guide dogs, they follow, they love her.
Sean,
she's cute,
dude. We're pathetic, dude. We are. We're pathetic, man. I think haven't I seen? You've probably seen this too, because you probably had him on there. But I thought I saw pictures of Rob Halford with a bunch of pugs too. I know he's a dog lover. But
I haven't seen that one, but I just saw a picture like 2 days ago online. Billy Joel has one.
Nice.
I think Rob Zombie has a pug.
Okay. They're rock.
There's a couple more.
They're rock dogs, buddy.
That have pugs, which is cool. I dig that.
Yeah, man. So. You were talking like pug fashion. One of your passions, I know that you're really into. You're a shoe collector and a specific kind of shoe. So there's if you go to like your Instagram, I know on Archie's Ice Cream Truck Instagram, you're always promoting your shoes, man. You have you want to talk about your kicks?
Yeah, man, I'm a big Vans guy. SoCal. I used to collect Vans. I used to have them custom made when I was in like 7, 8 years old. My mom would take us, me and my brothers, to the Vans in Westminster, and you got to pick the material. And then like 2 months later, they'd show up. That was the longest wait ever when you're a kid. But I buy them. I'm on the line all the time buying shoes. I got a little over, I think 100 right now.
Oh my God.
I got shoes. Today I'm wearing, okay, can I flip?
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this thing. So these are the first time I've worn these. Okay, cool. Let me flip this. And these were hard to find in my size. Here goes. All right, is it working?
Yep. Oh, look
Check
at these.
out,
Oh,
man.
yes. Look at that.
Yeah.
Neon pink. Oh my God. Those are great.
Yeah. Hot pink. checks and my Jason, socks.
Nice.
It's always Halloween.
Nice.
But yeah, those are them. Actually, the first time I'm wearing these, and that's how it is. I got shoes I haven't even worn yet, waiting to go. And then I was out not too long ago, and someone said, "Oh, your shoes are really cool. What's your Instagram for them?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so dumb," you know. But on the way home, guess
No, you didn't.
guess who decided to make an Instagram? So the Instagram is I love Vans.
Oh,
L I underscore L. And then I think I don't know. It's like 6 O's and then love, and then I don't know. It's on there. I put it on there every once in a while. I do the shoe challenges with who help me, or
yeah.
some of the rock stars. You know what I mean? If they got cool
Yeah.
shoes, we'll do like a little cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So.
I don't have any of the traditional Vans. I've got some cool skate Vans though that are like this,
Yeah.
the high top skate shoes. And so next time we get together, we'll do. I was a big fan of Vision streetwears. Those were my favorites, man.
Yeah,
for
I got Visions too. I got Vision shoes.
Nice.
I get everything, but I'm loyal to the Vans brand, and they're good people. Yes. They work with me.
They should.
They've made me a few custom shoes. I'm making one right now that's on. It's black and orange. Black and orange, like
right
Halloween. And it'll take about 8 months, so they're in production right now. I'll have the only pair. Right. It's kind of cool. I'm stoked. I want to. I look for them all the time, and it's just fun. And the Instagram's fun too, because now I'm talking to people all around the world. They're because I do my Instagram a little different. Most people just post a photo, but mine's got a little story to every little, and they're really dumb, because it's my sense of humor with a little twist. Yeah. But I've made friends with a whole bunch of people. This one girl that she lives in Spain, she talks to me. She has 600 pairs at her house. 600 pairs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Brad. It's cool.
When we finish up, I'll make sure I get that link and I'll put it on the show notes at accesskevin.com for yours. And we'll make sure that people can check out your Insta. So speaking of checking stuff out, if you're going to Instagram too, I'll make sure that you've got an Instagram post for Archie's ice cream truck. Tell me first of all, because I think you want to give me the history of like your whole family and the way that thing started. Because I think you're a fixed location first, right?
No, that came later. The store came later. Okay. The very first thing. Well, see, first of all, a lot of people don't know I own a towing company. I tow for law enforcement and a whole bunch of really big name accounts, fleet accounts. But I own a towing company. We grew up in automotive. There's 3 brothers. I'm the youngest of the 3. So the ice cream idea came from the cool trucks. I have 5 trucks total. This is the one you only go inside and party in with the leopard couches. The other ones are a little smaller. They're all custom painted on the outside with a big cone on the roof. So in 87, 88, when we started the tow trucks, I bought a tow truck with my brothers. We all bought a tow truck. I was in high school when I started my company, Archie'S Towing. Yeah. We had a really good family friend, young guy, that was a custom painter, a really, really good. He was custom painting anything you could drag in his shop, your refrigerator, your telephone, jet skis, motorcycle helmet, everything. We'd go there and he's always got something wacky in there, flames or wacky shapes. So we decided, okay, listen, we're going to be tow truck drivers for the rest of our lives. Let's be known tow truck drivers for the rest of our lives. So we custom painted our truck and we drove it around towing, and everybody was ooh and ahhing. Everybody loved it, but the other tow competitors, they're like, oh my God, that's so stupid. You know what I mean? But we knew there was bitching. Then we bought another truck, and then we bought another truck, and we kept on custom painting them. And to be honest with you, we started that. And now you could actually buy a tow truck brand new with a custom paint design on the hood. How crazy is that?
Really?
We started. We were the originals. So in 96, one day I remember I called my brother at night and I said, hey, I got an idea. The ice cream guy that drives up and down the street from the tow yard. I go, what if we bought that truck and put a custom paint on it on that ice cream truck? And he goes, okay, that's a great idea, but you're going to run it. I'm like, oh man, I got to run that now, but then it turned out to be a really good thing because it gets me out of the office all the time. Still to this day, almost 28 years later. So we bought it, custom painted it. I had an idea to put a cone on the roof. We had a guy down the street that built movie props. He was our friend. So he made a 6-foot cone on the roof. we had our own music made, and I just drove it around the neighborhoods, and I had ice cream. I was buying at wholesale prices. Um, uh, I didn't even know where to get it from. I think I was buying it from a place called Price Savers at the time. And people would look at me like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Because no one ever seen in the 90s a clean ice cream truck, okay? Let alone
Sure.
one with a big cone on the roof, custom painted, clean. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, no, I'm really selling ice cream. Bring your kids out here. And they're like, oh, okay. You know, it was like that. It was really slow at the start. And then after a while, you get to see the same people like a route. You build a route. And then it took off. Then I started doing events. And then I started doing all the little theaters. I started, okay, you know what? Oh, cool. Quiet Riot's playing down the street at this little club down the street. So let me take it down there and see if I could get into the club for free. But then you're giving ice cream to Quiet Riot. They came out. And then I started the autograph thing on the trucks. And then that soon turned to be like a wow factor with everybody. And then, it just grew from that. And it's been going great ever since. I do corporate events, concerts, festivals, private parties. It's booked. I mean, this year was out of control busy. 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
insane.
I keep look like your live Facebook videos or your Instagram videos. It seems
Yeah,
like I've seen you've done huge concerts, like massive venues
yeah,
backstage.
yeah. I don't
And then,
sell them, Kevin. I don't sell ice cream. I don't have a cash box. I stopped that in like 2006 or seven. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to deal with change, money. I want to be a
yeah,
caterer, and I just up the bar. Now people, when they email and they book me, we negotiate what I'm getting paid before I even arrive, and that's way easier to deal with. So we just hand it out, and then I actually hand out a lot of free ice cream too. I do events, and it's never really free ice cream. It's already been paid for ice cream. It's kind of the ice cream that rolls over from those corporate events that they
yeah,
don't eat, so it's paid for,
yeah,
and it makes people happy. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, honest, everything that I've seen. I mean, I've been on the truck a couple of times, right? We've done
yeah,
events
yeah,
together,
yeah.
and it does add a completely different vibe backstage. I think was it the Grove that we first did together that I saw your truck, or do you remember the first time we
Yeah,
met?
yeah. I remember it was like with Bow Wow Wow, Devo, I
That sounds
think,
right.
the Grove.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Because
the Grove of Anaheim, and
um,
we walked back, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, what the heck is this going on?" Because
yeah,
you could see the memorabilia and everything you have from back,
yeah,
from a ways, but then as you get closer, this is what you arrive to, right? So if people can see behind Shant, and I specifically asked you to do this from your truck because there's no way people would understand me
yeah. It's a hard
describing this
sell.
thing unless they see it, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
It's really funny because when you talk to tour managers, you kind of like want to,
yeah,
when you go to these concerts, if it's somebody that hasn't met me yet, it's a tough sell because you're like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Sean from Archie's Ice Cream. I know that you're the tour manager for so and so. And outside, I got this. That's the spiel. And they're like, I
yeah,
got this ice cream truck that's rock and roll. It's kind of like blah 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 blah. And they look at you like, are you crazy? You know what I mean?
right,
And then I walk, yeah. And then I walk him out, and then I already know it's gonna change. Like I already
yeah,
know but
yeah,
as I'm walking them out, I'll tell them like, oh, it's really cool. Brian May from Queen signed it. Robert Plant signed it. Roger Daltrey kind of signed, and BC Boys
yeah,
signed it. Aerosmith signed it. And, so they're like already thinking in their head, holy shit,
right,
my guy ain't at that level. So I
right,
really,
yeah,
and then he sees it, then he sees the truck. He's like, oh my God, let me go get him, or let me go get them.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That happens
yeah. That's
almost all the time, Kevin. Yeah.
every time. Yeah. Have you ever
Every
had a tour
time.
manager? You want to list anybody that may have said, "Yeah, that's just not our thing," and they bailed on you?
No, I've never had anybody really bail on me. I've had just people like I just did Buckethead
Oh yeah,
2 weeks ago, and his right hand guy was like, no, no, thank you. You know what I mean? But he didn't even
yeah,
look at the truck. I mean, they're a
sure,
weird
yep,
camp, anyways. They're really
sure,
suspicious and wow, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, dude, I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, but everybody else, they're all into it because you know how it is backstage before showtime. There's really not much going on. This ain't the 70s and 80s anymore. You know what I mean?
amen,
It's
yeah,
a little quieter backstage. But so I break that up, and and they're all into it. You know what I mean? They want to hang around it, and party in it, kind of ask questions, take pictures, and it kills their downtime before they hit the stage. So it's cool.
Dude, yeah, when we're backstage, all I want to do is get out of there. I want to get out of backstage. But then when you get to your thing, because it's not just like you're getting ice cream, you could spend hours in your
Yeah,
truck and take a
yeah,
look
it's
at
a
all
mobile
of the
mobile
collections.
museum.
You mentioned quite right. Was that the first band that actually hit your truck?
No, the very first person with this truck was Lizzie Borden. Lizzie,
Oh,
and
what?
I'll even show
Wow.
you. Hold on, he even
Wow.
signed it. The walls were bare, empty, and Lizzie wrote, "Where is it?" Okay, check this out. This is the very first signature. Hold on,
Okay,
and he wrote
hold
it.
it still.
I don't know if you see it, but he wrote, I am the
I am the
first."
first. Oh,
I am the
yes.
first. And it
Nice.
says Lizzie underneath it. So it's
Oh,
kind
that's
of
great.
cool. And he's a sweetheart of a dude. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
this is it. I mean, this is, I don't know if you guys can see all this. Docking.
Oh, look at this.
Look at
Yes,
that. Keep
sir. Keep
rocking.
rocking with Don Dawkin.
Yeah, man. Who else?
Oh,
Oh my God. Vinny Appice, Black
vi-
Sabbath.
yes,
There you
sir.
go.
And
You're a
Robert
drummer.
Pars always. Yep.
Yeah. I'm showing you all the drummers, dude. Look at that. Rick
Look at
Allen from
that.
Def
Oh, look at.
Leppard. Yeah,
Yeah.
Def Leppard guitar. You know what I
Good
mean?
name.
There's TSOL right here, Jack Grisham, which I got again on Saturday. He's a friend. He's cool. He's super,
Right
super
on.
cool. Um, Wolf Mother. You know what was really cool about
Nice.
Wolf Mother?
What's
Um,
that?
I was at the Grove of Anaheim, and they were on tour. And I guess at home, where they're from in Australia, they were taking like some type of a huge musical award, and they actually asked to do it in the ice cream truck and lit them up and went live in my ice cream truck. And it was the most
Right
surreal.
on.
It's like, dude, look at this, man. They're like, hey, we're Wolf Mother. We miss everybody and wish we were home. We'll see you soon. And one of my friend hits me, like he taps me and he goes, dude, can you believe this shit right now? Wolf Mother's taking an award in your ice cream truck. I'm like, dude, I
That is
whack it up all the time. So LA
that.
Guns, I just did LA Guns this Sunday at the Coach House.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
all yeah, all
Oh,
the
you got Wang
members there.
Chung right there. I see Jack and Nick. Those are great
Okay.
friends of
Yeah,
ours.
Wayne
Yep.
Chung, Salt and
Yep.
Pepper. Who's over here, man? God, Tone Loc.
Tone Loc.
Tone
Yep. Oh,
Loc.
he was on that show that we did there at the Grove, I
There you
think,
go.
or
Yeah,
Honda Center.
yeah.
Honda Center.
Wasp.
Yep.
I just did Wasp at the Hollywood Palladium about 2 weeks ago. There's Megadeth, Dave
Nice,
Mustaine,
Christine.
and
Yeah.
Poison. You know what I mean? Poison. I'm getting higher,
Yeah.
dude. I'm getting something. I'm getting closer to something pretty cool. And then what's going on
Look
right
at,
here?
oh, look at that. A flock of seagulls stick. There we go.
Yeah, Flock of Seagulls drumstick.
Nice.
Look at that, dude. You made it to the wall,
God.
man. How badass
Oh,
is that?
buddy. I'm grateful, man. That's awesome. Yes, sir.
Who else, man?
That's
ZZ Top. I just did
prime real
ZZ
estate.
Top. Yeah. Look at this. You know this guy. He gave
Oh,
me
of
his
course,
guitar.
man. Yeah, Clive,
Look
dude,
at
that's
when
great,
in Rome,
man.
Clive.
Wow, that is awesome. That's a
Yeah,
great guitar too, man.
yeah. And then all the like we put all the people on the roof that's been here. There's Hosier right there.
Yeah,
I just did him not too long ago, a couple months ago. There's the When in Rome guys right there.
nice. Andrew and Clive.
Yeah. Trinier, Kiss.
Oh,
You know,
yes. Oh, tell me the
yes.
Kiss stories, man. I'm an old
Let
fan.
me tell you a Kiss story because he signed it right here. Paul Stanley.
Paul,
This
nice.
was
Yeah,
wild. This was a wild story. Let me flip this over, man.
sure.
So I used to do the rock and roll fantasy camps. You know that fish off thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so Paul Stanley's like the main guy. They have a whole bunch of rockers there as counselors. It's like a
Yeah.
you know what it is, that camp, people pay
Yep.
buku dinero to learn music by rock stars and blah,
Right.
blah, blah. They always bring in one big name. So Paul Stanley was this one. So this was a crazy thing. And I wish I remembered exactly what he said, but it was genius because they used my truck as this interview for him. They mic'd him up. They put all these lights in here and everything. And they sat him in the corner chair and they were in here for 45 minutes. And at the end of it, the guy who interviewed him, the company, had a form for him to sign to use it. and he didn't sign it. He like refused to sign it, but he said something like, he had a line that was like, my people have to, like, I don't know what it was, but it was amazing. And
Yeah.
it's like he said it so many times, and then the guy looked at him dumbfounded, like, dude, we just filmed you for 45 minutes, why didn't you tell us this before? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he got in his car, they took him away, and the guy was like, shit, we can't use this. It's crazy.
That look, man,
Yeah,
you know what? Those guys are
yeah,
incredible. Well, okay, I say these guys. I mean, Paul and Gene, of course, were the figureheads of
yeah,
the band, but Gene was all money. Paul was a really logical business person. Paul
yeah.
really seems to have his
He
stuff together.
it,
So,
it was like, he really said something like, any fool that signs something. He started off with any fool. That was the way he actually
yeah,
said it.
yeah,
And I was like, no way, man.
yeah.
He got in his little Suburban or whatever, and they took him away, and they didn't
Wow.
get to, yeah, it's like, whatever.
All
But
right.
yeah, he was cool. He was cool to me.
You've
Took
had
pictures with my kids and everything and all that. I had my kids there. It was rad. So
That's super. Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I have two girls. Yeah,
Two
two girls.
girls. How old, buddy?
25 and 27. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Similar
Yeah.
span. Mine are 25 and 23, man. I get that.
Oh, right on.
That's a that's a
Yeah.
fun time, right? Because they've
Um,
the frontal lobe is developed now, at least, so
yeah. You want two more or what, dude? My kids,
yeah.
no, my
Well,
kids are cool. I love my kids to
my,
death. Yeah, no.
uh,
Just every day
I
there's a different type of a drama. You know what I mean? At
I
my
bet.
house.
Oh
So
yeah, man.
yeah, that's
That's
why I
part of
cling to my dogs.
parenthood,
I cling to Violet. I'm like, okay, I gotta walk Violet. I'm like leaving.
right? That's a good
So
escape, man. Oh, you
yeah,
even got
oh
your LA
totally.
Guns shirt on right there. Look at that, man. That's
Yes. Got it. My
the
cocked and
Cocked and Load
loaded.
record. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Yeah, and
You know,
it's
okay,
actually,
so
huh,
I got a question for you because you just did Guns, or you did LA Guns, and it's
yes.
funny because at one point, remember there were three different LA Guns running around. There was Steve Riley's
Yeah,
version, there
yeah,
was Phil Lewis, and then
yeah.
at one point,
Grace. Yeah,
they had Delana singing for him. They had
yes.
Marty from Rockstar
Yeah.
NXS, right? And then and ended up finally they kind of all
Well, we lost
worked their way
Riley.
out.
God bless. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Riley.
was
Yep.
such a sweetheart. He was, oh gee, that's how we would talk. And
Archie.
from Boston, and he was such a sweet person, such a nice guy. I actually made friends with him, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, the other guys are all cool. They're all good to me. I mean, they've been in this truck, I don't even know how many times. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
bet. Yeah,
yeah, handful of times. Yeah, and but Riley and me would always sit and talk. You know what I mean?
that's
And
cool.
they're all cool people. So yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
lost them.
all those beefs they're crazy, right? Because people, nobody knows really what goes on behind the scenes with all those bands, and so it's
Yeah,
all drama.
yeah. I
But
was always
have
because of he was in Wasp. He was the drummer for Wasp.
yeah, first
Stuff.
album, man, or second album, yeah,
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 yeah. And I thought
yeah.
that
I
was
remember.
shit. He was the drummer of Wasp, and I'm talking to him. You know what I mean? I loved all that stuff, dude. I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Blackie been in the truck?
Yeah, Blackie's been in the truck.
All right.
Many. Yeah, Blackie. He's a character. He's not
Yeah,
too
he
tough.
is. No,
Yeah. He's
I
funny.
I mean, I know that you have lots of rock and rollers in there, which is that's
Yeah. Yeah.
my love. But I saw that you've done a bunch of like hip hop shows and some other R&B type things
Yeah.
too. And
I just did Ludacris, Ying Yang Twin. I did Snoop. I did Too Short, Warren G. I was just backstage at the not YouTube. No, what is that place? Peacock Theater.
yeah,
Yeah, I was there. They're cool people too. Bobby D presents. Bobby D is
yep,
a promoter. He's such a nice person. He does
yeah,
all the '80s shows. He does
yeah,
the Snoop shows. He does all that kind of stuff. He was super cool. We're friends. So he's like, yeah, bring the truck. And then the guy who runs Peacock Theater, David Anderson, the GM, he's a friend of mine too. So I'm like, hey, David, I'm coming. And he's like, yeah, bring the truck. So
right
when you get to
on.
know these people and they become friends, these places become homes of yours. And not always do I bring the truck. Sometimes I'll just go to see a show
Yeah,
or send my friends to places, House of Blues, the Observatory. I sent a friend to the English Beat. I think tickets were going for
sweet.
$100 for the New Year's show. I sent a
Yeah,
friend plus one. She had a blast.
that's
Got
cool.
her in, and yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun to
You,
return stuff. I love to make people happy. It's not all about me. I'm okay. I live for my towing company. This is just a happy maker, man. That's it. People stoker,
Yeah.
party truck. We party hard
Yeah.
in here. We have such. We just had. You know what we just did Saturday? We did. They are the
I don't.
it's a tribute band.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're
and
what tribute band? I'm sorry. You broke up for
uh,
a sec.
Past Action Heroes. Past Action.
Yeah. Yeah. And what kind of tribute?
They do a jukebox where they played the hits. You know what I mean? All the '80s and
Oh,
the
gotcha.
whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, we just did the '80s bar in Placentia on this
Oh,
past
cool.
Saturday. So not
Danny
only is there a
Sanchez
part,
Club.
yeah, Danny's Club. Yep,
Yep.
they're awesome. Danny and Cynthia and Dave. Yeah,
Yep.
they're
Right.
amazing. Um, not only is the party going on inside the club, but you could come outside and have a party inside the ice cream truck. And there were two parties
Yes.
going on at the same time, but both benefiting each other. You know, it was
Yeah.
fun. And we didn't want it to end. It was a long wait for this to happen, months for this date to come. And a couple of my friends were just like looking at each other like, it's happening. This is so rad. It's going
Yeah.
off. The band hung out in here. All the people come out and they get to hang out with the band. The bands, they're so fun, dude. They're back there again on the 24th.
Right on.
Yeah, they're back on the 24th in Placentia. We're going to do it all over again. And then they play the other stores too, all the other clubs. So yeah, it's rad.
I was just thinking about the NAM show, man. Are you doing NAM this year?
I am going to NAM. I'm signed up for
Okay.
NAM, and I'll
Yeah.
do probably a night show, one or two for NAM. I actually thought the truck was going to be used at NAM this year, but the phone call didn't come in because the Marriott
Okay.
Hotel, or was it the Hilton? I went to the Hilton this year to do ice cream for the Hilton, and they were blown
Oh,
away.
cool.
And the girl's whispering to the other girl, and then she said to me, she goes, "Are you available for NAM 2025?"
Yeah.
Said, yeah, let's do it, you know.
Hell
And then I
yes.
didn't hear from her, so who knows what happened, but I'll be there walking NAM. I bump into
Yeah.
I'm the ice cream man. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, there's the ice cream man." It's funny.
Yeah, man. That's just your identity. It's
Yeah,
probably better than they had to track you down to get their car out of towing, right? So
yeah. That's the unhappy side of my business. This is the happy.
sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll
This is a
I'll
fun
be at
side.
NAM this is my first time back to NAM and probably pre-COVID actually. So
Okay.
we need to
Yeah,
hang,
yeah. No, before we go, we'll talk and we'll have lunch. Yeah, I'll
for
buy you
sure,
lunch.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so like speaking of like, like having the party there on the van, and we talked about the different bands and the
Yep.
different iterations of like say LA Guns. You ever had anybody just brawl? You have anybody kind of like dissenting band members come together and have
No,
throwdowns?
um, no, I haven't. I've seen all kinds of wacky things or cool things. You don't run across too many a-holes. I know how to handle them well.
Yeah.
Nobody disrespects. Every once in a while, someone will try to sneak their autograph, their signature on the wall. I know I can catch it, and
Yeah.
they get tossed out.
Yeah, it's not a graffiti spot.
One thing was really cool. Al, Ed, what do you call it? Michael Anthony from Van
Yeah.
Halen
Yeah.
was in here, and it was a NAM party, after party, and it was going off. And Gary Sharon from
Oh,
Extreme, he did a
yeah.
one stint album with Van Halen. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. I saw the
Yeah.
show. I saw the
Yes.
tour.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
So they were both in here, had their backs to each other, and they backed into each other and hit each other, but and they turned around and said, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." And they realized who they both were, and they hugged
Oh my God.
in the truck. And it was kind of neat because I'm like, no way, these guys were both in Van Halen together, but they bumped into each other in my truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Bringing people
Yeah,
together.
dude, I've driven Billy Squire wanted to go to his hotel in the ice cream truck. So they're like, hey,
No way.
Billy Squire wants to know if you could drive him to his hotel in your ice
You
cream
got
truck.
an Uber account.
Yeah, yeah. And that was cool. You know why? Because he was in here with his manager and they're talking, and I waited for them. They're talking, and then I waited for them to stop talking. And I said, Billy, he goes, yeah. I go, 1982. Queen, Hot Space Tour. I was there. And he's like, no way. Are you serious? Because he opened for
Wow.
Queen. He goes, "Oh
Yeah,
my
that
God,
was
what did you think?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Dude,
yeah.
we were so excited you were on the bill because me and my brothers and my cousin were Billy Squire fans. You know what I mean?" And
Yeah,
then
buddy. Yeah.
he loved that. And then after the show, he's like, "Whatever you want to do, let's do pictures. Whatever you want me to sign, let's sign everything." And then after the show, they did a photo shoot in here with Billy. He's so cool, man. You know what I mean?
Right. God, man,
Yeah.
he's honestly one of very few that I've never seen live. I would
Oh,
love to
he's
see because he's back out touring again. That's crazy.
oh, good. I
He
hope
took
he comes here.
he he took like 25 years off, and then
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
nuts.
yeah. He
But
played the Grove in Anaheim a couple years back, and that's where that all went down. And then
that's
on
great.
stage, he was great. The hit after hit. I mean, all these guys. I just did Night Ranger, and they
Oh
have.
yeah.
You said Kelly Kagi.
Yep.
You say that because his niece texted me today, Karen Kagi. I'm friends with
Yep.
Karen. We went to high school together, and
Oh,
she complimented me on. It was really cool on my photo. I never put my picture on the Instagram, but she's like, "Oh my God, like, how did you stay so young looking?" You know, I mean, like, "Oh my God, thanks for telling me that. I needed that."
yes, sir. Yeah, and like,
Yeah,
Kelly, if he's been on the truck, man, like he is
yeah,
one of the sweetest dudes on the planet.
yeah,
I love that
yeah,
guy. Like all those guys, but Kelly's become a dear friend for for a
yeah.
long
I
time, and
remember you.
I,
Yeah, you hit me up on that, and his wife. Yeah,
that's good. Yep, that's right. Yeah, you got to meet
yeah.
Jen, and I
Yeah, they're all
you
cool
know,
people, man. You don't run into too many people that are not nice. There's one or two, but everybody's never seen anything like this, so it's a total game changer, and it turns them into a kid. I've told the
yeah.
story before. Nico McBrain, another drummer.
My
He sat in here and he goes, "Okay, tell me everything about this truck. I want to know everything." And I was like, "Wow, man, you're Iron Maiden. You're the drummer of Iron Maiden, the
yeah,
biggest metal band in the world. You fly around on an airplane that has your name, Iron Maiden, on the side in
right.
huge letters. Your singer's your pilot, and you want to know about
Yep.
me? You know what I mean?"
Yeah,
But he
buddy.
sat in here for 30 minutes. And then after that, he's like, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" And
That's so
they're cool people. That camp is really cool. Iron Maiden is,
yeah.
I'm in one of their documentaries. Um, they
Really.
filmed the truck and me and interviewed me, so I have it. Yeah, it's really cool. But whenever they're around, they're friendly, super friendly. All those people from over there are super cool. You know what I mean?
Man,
British.
they're a band that never compromised their values. They
Mhm.
never sold out the show. I mean, like if you think about all the bands that kind of went through different phases where they tried to maybe commercialize the music and make it more pop or
Yeah,
glossy, or maybe,
maybe.
that band never changed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Put their name on a coffin. You mean? No, just
Well, but I mean, truly, like
yeah.
all Bruce Dickinson did was just continue to become more of a real human being, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I just
it,
bumped into him about a month ago. Yeah, we did. I did his show about 3 months ago at the not the Galaxy Theater. Oh my God, the Observatory. And they interviewed in here, and he did a video in here. And then I saw him in Chula Vista, and I had the truck down there, and I talked to him in catering. And actually, he's like, "Oh my God, how are you?" You know, I mean, he remembered. You know, it was really, really cool. And then, but the cool thing about that show, Steve Harris was brought to the truck. The handler
yeah.
brought Steve Harris to the truck, and that was freaking cool. Yeah, yeah,
Dude, I mean, like, as iconic a bass player as you can find, right? Like,
yeah. I think
yeah,
top dog in the metal world. Top that was
yes,
the highest high right there. You know what I mean? So
beautiful. Yeah, well, you mentioned Nico. It's
yeah,
crazy that he announced his retirement about 6 weeks ago, and
yeah,
I it was weird for me, right? Because you think the band really is still at the top of its game. They're still doing stadiums, and but I
uh huh,
think if he recognized that maybe he couldn't bring 100%, right, as
yeah,
at the age that they're at, and he's been doing it for a long time, and
yeah.
it's not an
42
easy game.
years, 42
Yeah.
years, and he had a stroke just recently. I think he
I
bowed
didn't
out.
know that.
He still went out. He went out a champion. He's always going to be
Yeah.
the drummer of Iron Maiden, Nico
Yes,
McBrain.
sir.
He lives in
Yeah.
Florida. He's got a restaurant there. I think a barbecue restaurant. He's into that. You know, he'll probably just live the rest. And he's not done 100%. He said he'll still pop in, pop out. But you know,
No
guy,
touring.
he did his time. He did his time.
Yeah.
God bless him.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Props here. Here's raise a glass to Nico McBrain.
yeah.
Uh,
How about you, man? Let's
yeah.
hear you. You're a Flock of Seagulls drummer, dude. That's rad.
Well, yeah, there's no plan to retire here. There's
Yeah, I hope
like
not. Look at
I
me, dude.
well,
I don't want to. I'm feeling it a little bit, but you know what, man? I feel great. I think
yeah.
I'm in the best best shape I've ever been in all my life. At
God,
54, I feel good. I lost a lot of weight just this past couple months. I'm down to where
nice.
I'm super happy. Um, uh,
You're not eating your own ice cream.
no, I'm not eating
Yeah.
my own ice cream. Yeah, and I got to keep going because it's so much fun. I need that energy, and it's so much fun being out doing this
Yeah.
because you're around the best places, the best parties, the best music, the best people, and I got to bring it. I got to be on my game, and you know that. So
Yeah,
when you're
buddy.
coming, you can't slack.
You know what? I see Drew Lowe's in the chat here. It says, Shant. Um, the
Wait, who is it?
Drew Lowe's. Maybe they can identify themselves in the
Yeah,
chat, but I see them there on YouTube.
yeah,
I was going to tell you that when I saw the upcoming events, like you mentioned that you've got TSOL coming up, but you also mentioned Sting coming. Like you got a
yes.
Sting show. Oh, that's
Yeah, I
crazy.
got Sting coming. Yeah, that's cool. Stuart Copeland's been in here. Another drummer. Stuart Copeland's
Yeah.
been in here. I flaked on going to Andy Summers at the Coach House. I wish I didn't because in my mind I'm like, when am I going to bump into Sting? You know what I mean? And then
Right. Yeah.
like an idiot, here's Sting down the street at the observatory. So we'll go down there and see if we get Sting. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope so. I mean, it would be another iconic, name to the wall.
Yeah,
So,
buddy. Yeah. Well,
yeah, yeah.
I guess Andrew Palos is the Drew
Yes,
Lowe's.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good friend. Yep, yep.
You mentioned like so if you can get Sting up there, these are sort of because you've got the Mount Rushmore of artists that have already signed this, right? If you've got like
Yeah,
Steven Tyler, you got
yeah.
Daltrey and maybe mention somebody else that might have just given you their bucket list or
Um,
goosebumps that you just couldn't believe you had them in there.
well, when I got Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin, I knew
God,
right then I'm on top. That's it. I said,
yep,
okay, the truck.
doesn't get any
No one,
bigger,
you have to dig up Elvis Presley to outdo that. You know what
right?
I mean?
Right.
And I'm a big Elvis fan. But when I got Robert Plant, I knew right then, okay, it's easy street from here. And then I got right after that, it was Brian May of Queen,
Oh,
and I'm like, oh my god, like this is crazy. And then right after that, I got Roger Daltrey, and
wow.
I was like, okay, I don't know who's my competitor out there, but you ain't gonna.
Yeah.
There's one more I wish I could have got. I just found out it was local, and I'm friends with where the people who the GM, uh, Paul McCartney, just walked in at the Hollywood Improv and just watched the show just by himself. And then they
Oh
took a picture
man.
of him, and then he was gone. But it wasn't one of those things like, hey, we know he's coming, or I could have got the
Yeah.
phone call. But
Sure.
yeah, and I was like, oh my god, it would have been so cool having him.
Yeah.
But
You 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 got to cover up those signatures, man. You're not
yeah,
letting anybody.
protect them, man. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But Metallica, Robert Trujillo, Aerosmith, all of Aerosmith, Scorpions, Iron
Uh,
Maiden, Judas Rock,
I,
Judas Priest.
I
Um,
remember seeing Scorps on your wall like that. For
yeah,
me, that was my childhood favorite band,
there
actually.
you
So that was
go. And it's not all music. I've got Tony Hawk. I've got cool, funny comedians. I love all that stuff. People that are that I interest me, but I'm going out of that. I'm getting country people now. Morgan Wallen, Lee Bryce,
um,
Jason Aldean. Um, those people, you got to kind of get those people too for the country. Because I get a lot of that. Do you have country in here? I'm like, then I start naming those names. They're just floored. You know what I mean? So I
yeah,
got getting all that. The new wave, the whole new wave group, Bow Wow, Annabella, everybody. When in
hell
Rome,
yeah,
they're all, yeah, they're all cool people. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
yep.
I was just thinking, you've got almost every corner filled in there, so you're gonna have to get another truck, man. Have another
Yeah,
museum out there.
joke. Yeah, pull a trailer. I was gonna actually add a hitch to this, and hey, come
Oh
sit in the
yeah,
trailer. But no, we have these. I put these panels. I don't know if you can see these panels. See these behind me? The
yeah.
panels, and that becomes new real estate. I banks ready to go.
Oh, that's
Um,
great.
so
That's smart, man.
that's the only way it could be done. Yeah, and some of the people
That's
come in and they'll be like, "Wow, there's nowhere to sign." I'm like, "No, no, I got a spot for you." I know where to
that's
put their names. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. But you meet the coolest people. Some people you'd never think. The Iron Sheik. I had the Iron Sheik in here, and he
Oh my
invited me
God.
to his house. We sat and talked for probably an hour, just me and him. He wouldn't get out,
No
and it's
kidding.
just like, hey, but he's like, you need to come to my house in Georgia. Let me give you my phone number, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I don't, we're just talking here.
I'm not driving the truck out there, Sheik.
Yeah, he wanted me to come and hang out. I was like, okay, but
Wow.
he was cool. I don't know, man. You just meet the greatest people because they turn into a kid when they see the thing because they've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
It's different. It's not like sign this record. Oh my God, look, it's your third record, or here's a picture of you from this concert. This is
Right.
signed fucking ice cream truck. And people love
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. What a lot of times for artists, when fans or people bring like a glossy 8x10 to get signed, there's
yeah,
unfortunately the speculation that they might be taking that and putting it
yep,
on eBay, right? They're just like,
yes, yes, yep,
you want to sign it, to the person to kind of dedicate it
yep.
to them so that it's
Personal.
a collectible for them. But you,
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, your truck really is just a piece
yeah.
of rock and
Oh,
roll
they
museum.
not going anywhere. Yeah, or the 3x5 blank car. You ever get one of those?
Yeah. Oh
Those
yeah.
because what they do is they go make those shadow boxes with the T-shirt or the concert picture, put the autograph, the 3x5 in the corner, and that's instant money. So they walk around with little 3x5 cards and sign this, and then they go put it on eBay. It's so stupid, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, everything is personal to me. I had an ice cream store the same way. And everything in my ice cream store, I had a rock and roll ice cream store for 6 years in Tustin, California, 2012 to 2018. And
Okay.
it was an unbelievable store. We had so much fun. And it was all memorabilia. I had bands play there, kid bands play there all the time. I didn't let adults play there unless they were in the kid band, like dad or mom, but it was only
Yeah.
for kids. Um, if you're an adult, go play at a restaurant, a bar, but an ice cream store. And that was the only place for years that would let kids play. And I think in 2017, I had 57 bands play my ice cream store. And
Oh
I
my
handled
God.
everyone, videoed everyone, made every flyer. And it was so much fun. But the memorabilia all over the walls always had to say two Archie's. Everything
Oh,
was started off with two Archie's. So that's
nice.
how I got. I used to carry around a lot of memorabilia so I could hang in the ice cream store when I do concerts. Yeah, it's cool.
Where'd the Archie's name come from?
That's my dad's name. We named the
It
towing
is.
company. Yeah, my dad is Archie. So we named the towing
Okay.
company Archie's Towing, and then ice cream Archie's Ice Cream. Yep.
That's great, man. And are your brothers still involved in the towing
Yeah.
company as well? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. They're just on the other side of the wall right here. Yeah,
Oh, that's
probably home now, but our guys are in there because, like I said, we
everybody.
run for the police, so you got to be here 24/7. Since
Wow.
1987, 88 to this day, we've never closed. We're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and
Wow.
we always are ready to go, and we do all the crazy, wacky accidents. I've seen everything and
I'm
anything.
sure. You've
Yeah.
probably seen crazier stuff with the towing than you have with the ice cream truck.
Way crazier with the towing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
Dangerous?
seen all. Any way
Yeah.
a car can go or anyone wants to go. Yeah, I've seen it all. Yeah, it's crazy.
Uh,
Yep.
you you've been concerned for your safety sometimes?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always concerned when you're working on the freeway, and especially now because texting is always like the new thing. You learn how to walk backwards on the freeway when you're hooking up a car. Not
Right.
everybody cares that your flashing lights are on. Nobody cares. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's scary, especially in the rain. But it's been a really good business. It's a hard business, but it's very, very rewarding. Yeah, so
That's
um, that's a good thing. So, but we paid our dues, still paying our dues.
yeah.
But off my steam with the ice cream. Believe me,
Yeah.
without this,
I would imagine.
yeah, it'd be a little bit rough because it's a hectic, hectic business. Yep,
You mentioned the corporate events before, and I know
yep,
I've seen you outside the Grove. I've seen you outside Honda Center. I think.
yeah,
I think I've seen.
yeah, yeah.
Before it was the Peacock. I saw you outside Microsoft Theater as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, in the
Um,
back. Yeah, yeah,
and but you've done crazy stuff like high school sports events, right? And some other.
yeah.
Did I see that you've done bat mitzvahs or something like that.
I
And
do that. Yeah, I do that.
yeah.
I do the school dances. It's kind of a cool thing because this company uses me. Two companies do. One called NFX that I favor. I just love these people. We're very tight with them. They're amazing people. They're out of Irvine, and they use me. It's a production company. They put on these school dances, and so you get the homecoming phase, and then you get the winter formal phase, and then you
Okay.
get the grad night, no prom, and then you get the grad night. So, and those are multiple dances lined up, multiple dances a night. Sometimes I'll do
Oh,
five a night.
oh
Different
my
different
God.
locations. Yeah, and
Wow.
it's great. It's
How can you
great.
even keep that
Some could do
inventory for
300.
that?
I have freezers on the other side,
Oh
man.
my
They're ready
God.
to go. But you'll do anywhere from some schools are 300 ice creams to 1,800 ice creams to 2,200 ice creams, and the
Wow.
kids eat it up like
Yeah, oh
crazy
yeah, for
because
sure.
they eat two. They're kids.
Yep.
They eat two. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
And then we just,
Yeah.
you know,
Speaking of kids,
yeah,
man, look who's in the chat right now. You mentioned being an Elvis fan. Eddie Stevens here in the chat saying two.
yeah,
Yeah,
love him.
yeah, man. I
Yeah,
love.
he's a
He
champion.
sure is, man. Talk about Elvis impersonator. Eddie and I
Yep,
first met at one of Danny Sanchez's club gigs. He was running
yep,
sound
yep.
there. Just
Yep, yep. That guy, I have mad respect for that guy.
absolutely,
That guy, he's a sweetheart,
absolutely
and he lets me come to all his shows. We're good friends, and his talent that he brings. I'm a huge Elvis fan.
nice.
Okay, I mean, huge, Elvis to me is number
I
one.
see him in the corner
Okay,
back there
uh,
in your truck. Yep.
yeah, yeah, he's back there. And then second is Queen, and then Van Halen, and Adam and the Ants, and Iron Maiden. But Elvis, there's not a day that I don't listen to Elvis Presley, and I mean all the deep tracks. And Eddie knows
Yeah.
this, and I enjoy all his shows. He takes care of my family. The dude is a stud.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So some of these events, if somebody say they've got, a rock and roll event, maybe whatever, party at the Rainbow, and they want to book Archie's ice cream truck, how do we go about booking you to come to your shows?
uh, it would be the email. I answer every
Okay.
email. It's it's on the website
Okay.
archiesicecream.com. Everything goes to me. I get emailed a lot of wacky
Yeah.
requests, and I'm having a birthday party for my kid. He's turning 7 in Menifee. It's like, no, that's not going to
Right.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
Temecula.
we actually get the same
It's
thing.
not going to happen.
Shant,
Yeah,
they'll say,
yeah, yeah,
"Hey, I'm a big fan of A Flock of Seagulls. My kid's never heard of him, but he's turning 6 next week. Is there any chance I could book you guys for a show?"
yeah.
Like,
I have I have an email on my wall right now that's framed. I printed it out. It was many years ago. I used to do a lot of stuff with Tony Hawk.
oh yeah,
He's another cool person.
totally, man, the
And
best.
someone lady emailed me and says my kid is a huge fan of skateboarding. We want to rent Archie's ice cream. Please bring Tony Hawk with you.
Oh,
It'll be a great day.
yeah, man. Your
Okay.
wish is my command, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
good,
yeah. Framed on my wall, and it was a good one.
good.
Yeah.
Man,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
you grew up in Southern Cal?
Yes, I was
Uh,
born in Westminster,
yeah.
California. Yeah.
God, you've seen it all, man,
Yeah.
for sure. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Love it here.
like Tony Hawk. So my oldest son, Caleb, he's 25. He was competing at
Uh-huh.
3. He was a skateboarder early on, and
Uh-huh.
they did the first Boom Boom Huck Jam. Tony's like rock and roll tour.
Yep.
The Offspring
Yep.
was touring with them,
Yep.
and I got to use some pull and get my kid to meet Tony, and he signed up.
Yeah,
He
right on.
brought a birdhouse board out for my kid, and so I got this picture of my son at 3 sitting on Tony Hawk's lap, with the board there, and just
Oh,
shit
that's
eating
rad.
grin on his face, and it's a nice memory.
Yeah. No, that is a cool memory. At that time, he's still a rock star.
Totally.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's a favorite. I get excited, man. Tony Hawk. Oh my god, because I grew up in the skating
Yeah,
world. You know
but
what I mean?
and
So to me, he's still a stud. I
he
don't
probably
care.
loves your
I don't
Vans
care.
too, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. He's a fan. Yeah, he's cool, man. They used to be in Huntington Beach. That's where Birdhouse
yeah,
was in Huntington Beach, but he moved it down to I think Vista, where he's at in Encinitas. Vince, but his whatever. Been there, been to his house, did all of it. He's cool, man. He's such a good
yeah,
person. But whenever I would go anywhere in Huntington Beach, I would call down there and be like, "Hey, I'm in town. I'm gonna stop by, give everybody free ice cream." And the deal was they would come out and get ice cream, and then like go inside and get whatever you want, like in the warehouse. So I would always come out with skateboard
No
decks, and
way.
not just bird hookups. They had Firm. They had a whole bunch of different brands under their label. So I would always have free stuff. It was great. I mean, ice cream's amazing. It's powerful. If you have something I like, clothing or anything, I'll trade with you. If you don't, then I want my check. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
So yeah,
That's yeah. Well, hopefully.
I do a lot with Volcom. Volcom, I trade a lot
Do
with
you?
Volcom. I'm due to go to Volcom tomorrow. I have to go tomorrow. I'm going shopping tomorrow at Volcom. I need all new clothes. None of my clothes fit me. I'm like downsizing on everything. But I'm going tomorrow because Volcom, they use the truck. And instead of saying, okay, it's going to be this kind of money, I'll just say, this is what I want in shopping. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, works all
Good
the
for
time.
you, man. Yeah, you could have planned that before Christmas, and then you dial your kids up too for Christmas presents. You know,
Yeah, they're already, dude,
yeah,
man. They've got stuff.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
they're fine.
Well,
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah, they're happy.
Were the girls home for Christmas? All
Yeah,
right.
they were home for Christmas. We had a great Christmas. Uh, it went on forever and ever and ever, and it's just like, then here I am. I just give them 2 envelopes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I get out of it.
Y-
Yeah, and they're like, okay, but they love it.
that
It's like,
works.
here you go. Here's an envelope for
It-
you. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go in the other room and hang out with Violet. No, but yeah, New Year's was great. Did you have a good New Year?
Mine was super chill. Yeah, Caleb, my boy that I was talking about, he moved to Thailand 9 months ago, and he came back for the
Oh,
holidays,
I,
and he and I were honestly,
yeah,
man, we hung out in the living room, watched Ozark, and played.
okay,
Yeah, we were gonna play Breaking Bad Monopoly, and
yeah,
raised some apple cider at midnight. You know, it was super mellow.
perfect,
But yeah,
perfect.
usually
Good for you.
I think in my 40 years of professional performing, I think 36 of those probably were gigs on New Year's. And it
Yeah,
was really
yeah.
nice to have
I
a
get it.
chill night, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But we do have shows coming up. I mean, we've got a little bit of time off. We're playing Florida this weekend, but we've got Southern Cal coming up
Oh,
with Lost 80s Live again. We're doing the Greek.
okay.
And I need to make sure that those guys know that they need to get Archie's ice cream truck right there, you know?
Yeah, question. Yeah, give me the date, dude. I'll be there. I've been to the Greek. That's where I got Robert
Oh,
Plant. The
that
Greek.
was it.
Yeah.
Buddy. Okay, so I'm going to out myself here. I'm going to tell you the first time we did the Greek, it was a bucket list for me, right? It was a massive thing. And Ringo Starr was there the night before, right? So Ringo Starr's all-star band.
Yeah.
We're
All-star
we
show.
had the headliner spot, right? So we're in the A room, the big dressing room, and the promoter comes in and said,
Okay.
"Hey, man, the seat you're in right now," pointing to me, that's where Ringo was 24 hours ago. And I'm like, "Oh my god!" You know, you feel the rock royalty. I'm looking around this room,
Yeah.
and that dressing room,
Yeah.
one wall is they're all glass panels. Remember, the old record cabinets where you push the magnet
Yeah.
and the door opens up. So they
Yeah.
had a wall like that where all the AV equipment, they had, home theater stuff and a massive
Uh-huh.
TV and wine cellar and all that. And then there's one that you pop open and there's a ladder that goes straight up. And so the promoter leaves and I'm looking around and I'm like, I got to go see what this thing is. Right. So I climb the ladder and there's a hatch. Pop the hatch. It was a skylight
I
to
love.
the rooftop of the Greek. So I
Oh,
climb on the
dude.
roof and it's deep, man. And it's like, it's like shooting off to the side. You can climb up there and see like Griff the Observatory. You're looking out and we were talking about Dramarama earlier. So Dramarama just kicked into anything, and we're on in about a half an hour. I climb on the roof and I shimmy all the way out to the edge. And I'm peeking out, and you look straight down on top of John, right? So Easdale's right below me,
Yeah.
and you can see all 5,000 people there in the Greek and the amphitheater, just looking up. I mean, it's stupid, right? Because it's like slippery. It's all tile roof, so you easily could slide off. But I was thinking, well, if I did go, right, it's a pretty rock and roll way to go, right? You pop in right in the middle of the
Yeah.
Dramarama show off
Yeah,
the Greek,
totally.
But we did a couple of
Yeah, you know what's how publicity?
but we did gigs later. I did tell the other guys on
Yeah.
the lineups about it. I said, man, the next time we go, we all have to go up on the Greek, the top. So I got up Facebook
Yeah.
Live and I bring my phone and I go up and I
Yeah.
climb the ladder. Oh, the hatch is padlocked. They found out. Yeah,
Oh,
I blew it for everybody. So
cock. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, bummer. I'll bring it. I got bolt cutters in all our tow
Oh,
trucks. I'll bring one.
okay, buddy. You bring it with next time. That may be the last time
Yeah,
we ever play
in
the
the
Greek
ice.
again. But we'll just grab. We'll do a
Yeah.
little Archie's ice cream promo right from the top of the Greek. What do you say?
Yeah. Brad throwing ice cream from the roof. They won't know where it's coming from.
Drop it right on Eastdale.
That's what we did with Clive. That's what we did with Clive. We labeled ice cream with their stickers, the
Yeah.
band on it, and at Pershing Square, they threw out ice cream on the
Oh
stage.
my
Yeah,
God.
that was fun.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, I don't know what the connection was, but it was fun.
You and I did.
You
We
know?
did one of those little. We did a just a 10-minute behind the scenes of Archie's ice cream right there at Pershing Square
Uh-huh.
last year, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, yeah,
That gig was so
yeah, it
fun,
was fun.
man.
We're
Oh,
here, yeah, story talks, and I don't know, man. It's just so much fun. This truck and meeting all you guys, and we've made friends, and um, the good ones stay, and the bad ones just drift on. You know what I
they're all,
mean? Like when you meet a good person, they stay forever.
amen,
You
brother.
know?
Amen. I,
Yeah, and that's why we're still rapping.
I'm grateful, dude, that
Uh-huh.
rock and roll brought you and I together, for fanaticism of the pug and also just appreciation for good
Yeah,
humans.
yeah. And it wasn't just over a free ice cream, right? I
No.
mean, we're real friends.
Yeah.
We have each other's cell
But
numbers.
buddy, I'm trying to lose the same weight, right? So I can't do ice cream. Now it's about the hang.
Yeah,
It's not the ice cream. So
you know what it was with me? I stopped drinking
yeah.
beer.
Okay.
Okay. I stopped beer, switched to just like vodka, soda, or tequila or
Yeah.
whatever. I used to be a sugarholic. I loved cookies. I always had sugar. So I just cut down to nothing. And then I've always been a no bread
Oh
person,
yeah.
no bread. If I get a burger or anything, it has to be with a wrap, like a lettuce
Yeah.
wrap or whatever. It's like, the worst. You want the bread, but it's like, listen, you got to do it, and then you cut that out, man. And then I go to the gym now. I do the gym too. I'll go tonight. I'm going
Nice.
tonight. You go to the gym, and so those three things, and then within 3 to 4 months, I lost 15
Right
pounds.
on.
Yeah, and it's just like the worst part. The worst part about it all, which is a good problem to have, is my clothes, my favorite
Yeah.
clothes, my shirts. I had to order all new shirts. Like I'm like, what website did I go on to buy that really cool shirt? You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. So everything's coming in the mail now. My neighbor across the street makes shirts, and he's like, okay, I have all those designs. I'll remake them in
Right
large
on.
instead, because I used to always wear XL
Yeah.
shirts. Now I wear
God,
large. It's a good problem
it
to
is, man.
have,
Cadillac
but it's
problems, brother.
expensive. It costs me
Well,
money.
not if
You
you have
know?
a Volcom deal.
No, yeah, I know. Tomorrow I'm going to go get all new pants. Yeah, just ones that fit,
Nice.
not without the belt. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I don't like belts, but I like a belt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but thank God my feet didn't shrink, or I would have been
Yeah, man.
pissed.
Then you're right. All those vans that go to waste. That
Oh God, I would have flipped out, man. But yeah, it's all fun. Everything's cool, man, and we hope for a good year this year. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to keep. I don't go out of my my routine, because my routine is so simple. It's just give people ice cream, and there's nothing fancy about my ice cream. I was in a brewery last night. This is a funny story. I was in a brewery last night visiting a friend that's a bartender. Went with a buddy of mine, and the guy right next to me is a regular. And he's like, "Oh, you're the ice cream guy I heard about." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." He goes, "So what's so special about your ice cream?" And I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, what? Like, what does that even mean? I'm like, no, nothing at all. And he's like, kind of dumbfounded because like I got hyped up. I guess I
yeah.
don't know. I could tell by his tone. And I'm like, dude, it's the same ice cream you can get from your ice cream man that drives up and down your street. And he's like looking at me like, I don't understand what you're saying, what you're about. This is weird. And I showed him, I think, a picture of my phone of the truck. I go, well, this is the ice cream truck. And he's like, oh my God, holy
Yeah.
shit, dude. Like that. And then I'm like, yeah, yeah. Then I start naming names, like, so and so's been in here, so and so, Led Zeppelin, blah, 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 blah. And then I just put them away.
Yeah.
That
That's
was it.
it.
99.
It's the experience. That's what's so special about the ice cream. It's the experience.
That's, I don't brag about the ice cream at all. I sell the hype,
Yeah.
the experience.
Yeah.
And it's been like that. It's been working. And that's what I'm going to continue to do this year is just stoke people out and stoke myself. I love it. I love it. I any reason to leave my house to be in here is okay with me.
That's beautiful,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Well, listen,
Yeah.
like,
You meet the
if people got to this podcast, if you got here late, go back to the beginning. You got to hear these stories about Shant's like experience
uh,
with all these people. If you see this truck, wait.
yeah.
It's worth the wait to go through the line and get an opportunity to get the ice cream and check out this truck. It's
And,
unbelievable. And if you go to Sting at the observatory, not the observatory, is that where it's at this week? Okay.
yeah. Dan Am, the
God,
observatory.
amazing, man. That's gonna be a great show. I'm a
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
fan.
Well, I saw him in 1981
Oh.
when I was
Oh,
11. I
that's what
know.
brought Flock over the first time, man, with the police that came over on the
Yeah.
Synchronicity tour.
Zenyatta Mandata. I was there. Zenyatta Mandata. I went with my brother and my cousin.
Wow.
And it was like, no way. Are they going to come out in the graduation suits or what? The
Right.
robes.
Yep,
Remember?
yep, from the video.
Yeah. And they did. They did. They did. It was
God,
great.
yeah,
Yep.
man. You've seen
What was your first concert?
ZZ Top and Night Ranger,
What year?
1983. Yep, that was in Montana.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay.
And not a
Cool,
whole lot of
man.
concerts came through Montana, buddy, but
Yeah, we were. My first concert was Black
oh,
Sabbath. I was
you
10.
can't.
Yeah, with Ronnie Dio at the Long Beach Arena, and then the Police, and then Queen, and then we just like boom, 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 man. We were hitting them all. Me and my cousin and my
Did you
brother.
get Ronnie in the
And
truck?
no, and that sucks because he
Yeah.
passed. But I do all his charity events with
Okay.
his wife,
Yeah,
Wendy Dio.
right.
I do they use me for the Ride for Ronnie, Rock for Ronnie, the Bowl for Ronnie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bowling. And that's cool. But I heard he was an ultimate
That's what I heard
sweetheart.
too.
I was wanting to get him, but he
Yeah.
passed. And I was like, it bummed me out. But
Rest
yeah,
in peace, Ronnie James Dio,
Wendy
man.
here. Yeah. But it's fun. Whatever. I mean, the other events are fun.
Listen, Eddie Stevens says, I was born in 1983. All right, youngsters. Yeah, in the chat. Oh my God.
What a baby.
Yes.
Hey, at least he's an 80s baby, man. And he's an Elvis fan. So you're cool,
An
Eddie.
Elvis fan, man. Yeah, hitting all generations.
Yeah. I know, man. I thought I was a diehard Elvis. But you know what? I used to take karate.
Oh, you did.
And I was little, Kenpo karate. And Kenpo was the style that Elvis he studied. And when he passed, his whole mafia, everything broke up, and all of them came here, back home or wherever. And his bodyguard, Dave Hebler, used to be one of my instructors, and we used to hear Elvis stories from Dave Hebler. And every once in a while, Ed Parker would come in. Wow. Ed Parker was the master, like the guy,
Yeah.
He would come in, and as huge of an Elvis fan I was, even then, we're like, oh my God, Ed Parker's here. Yeah. Oh my God, he's Elvis. He's Elvis. He had a big ring on his face. They all had rings. They all had their rings. They all talked about their rings and stuff. And it was cool. Yeah. It was cool. That's the closest. Oh no! And I did I have another Elvis. You want to know an Elvis story? I went to the House of Blues years ago in Anaheim when they were at the Anaheim location, the Disney location.
I like that spot.
Lisa Marie Presley was playing that night. I said, okay, let me take the truck down there. I make the phone call, text, whatever, I don't even remember. And I'm backstage, and the tour managers come out, and they're like, hey, I heard you want to get Lisa in your truck and like autograph it or something. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be really cool. I'm a big Elvis fan. And he goes, yeah, not a problem. So he looks in the truck from the door, and he goes, yeah. He goes, she's going to freak out when she's going to love this thing. And he catches the Elvis back there. And he goes, hold on. He looks at me, he goes, hold on 1 second. And he walks over to another guy, talks to him for a second. I'm like, okay, this is weird. And he walks right back, and he goes, okay. He goes, we're not going to be able to have Lisa come to the truck because you have that Elvis picture in the truck. And I'm like, what? He goes, he looks to the left, he looks to the right, and he goes, she's crazy.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, like that's kind of weird. He goes, but you know what, man, we got tickets for you. You want to enjoy the show? I go, okay, cool. He goes, let me have your information. And then I go, I'll be right back. Let me just park the truck, and then I'll be back in my car. I just drove the truck back to the shop and drove home. You know what I mean? I thought that was a weird thing.
That's a bummer.
That picture of it. Yeah, it was a bummer. It's like, but he did say that. And I was like, okay.
Man.
Yeah.
I went to the Sphere to see you too back Valentine's Day last year, and
Oh,
Lisa was.
yeah.
I got hooked up. A friend of mine works there, and I got a box instead of
Uh-huh.
my lame seat in the very
Uh-huh.
back. And Lisa was in the box next to us, and the entire place. They had a portion of the show all dedicated to Elvis because of Vegas and everything like that.
Oh,
And then the spotlight came on Lisa, and I'm like, wow, that's rock and roll royalty right there, man. All
yeah.
like I
Yeah.
mean for
Elvis rule.
for you two to give all the spotlight to Lisa, and give, an homage to
Yeah.
Elvis was kind of
Yeah.
cool, but
I wish Elvis could be on the radio today more deeper, like to the
yeah.
kids and let people know more. I mean, I know a few diehards that are young we talk every once in a while. It's cool to see, but they could just spin his
Yeah,
songs,
man.
man. It'd be
It
itching,
it was
man.
good enough. I mean, at
He's a,
least it was good that they had the documentary come out last year, or the biopic, right? So that was smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That Elvis. Yeah, I actually didn't
I didn't
see
see
it. I
it.
actually never. I didn't see the Queen one. I didn't see the Queen one. I knew everything about
Yeah.
Queen. Every like, oh my god, you not see it. I'm like, because I lived all
Yeah.
that. I watched all that on TV when it came out. We waited for Queen and we waited for Adamant. Both those like Adamant and Queen. When do their slots come on?
Yeah, man. I got
Yeah, that.
Lee's book to come on the podcast here too. Lee Gorman, right? So you probably had Lee when Bow Wow
Yeah.
Wow, but he was an original Adam in the end,
Uh-huh.
right? So
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
we'll,
Original. That's
we'll,
super
we'll
cool,
be
man. That's so rad.
the first thing I'm going to ask him about is like, you know what, man? Yeah, Adam the Ants and Bow Wow Wow. But let's talk about Archie's ice cream truck, right? Has at least probably signed that in there, hasn't he?
Lee signed another truck,
Okay.
but it's kind of crazy. That's a whole other topic
Okay.
because I'm very close friends with Annabella. Very, very close friends.
Okay.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. Absolutely, man.
Yeah. So there's a little wedge in that friendship of those two band members.
That's
So
another drag, right? It's a bummer.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, total
yeah,
bummer, total.
but
Yeah, it's not my,
yep,
you know what
yeah,
I
not my
mean?
party either, man. It's just I'm just here to rock and
Yeah,
roll, have a good time.
yeah, an ice cream man. I bring
That's
joy.
it. Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
appreciate the joy, and I totally appreciate you, man.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
grateful, dude.
thank,
You
yeah. Love you,
I
man.
love you
Thank
too.
you.
Have a great time this week at TSOL and at Sting.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah.
this
Man.
is my manifest for you for 2025. McCartney is going to
Tell
show
me.
up at your truck, and McCartney will sign right behind your head
I
across
hope.
the wall.
I
Yeah,
hope.
man. That's what I want.
Yeah, I hope good things for you, the
Thank you.
band, family, the pug.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
rocking. I'm gonna do the same, dude. Get thin.
Yeah.
You know what
Working
I
on it.
mean? Yeah. I don't know, but I really appreciate this, man. And I know I'll see you
Yeah.
soon, and we'll party like we have, and we will
A-
again. I know we will.
Amen, brother.
So,
Amen. Well,
and I'll see you again.
hey, see it now. Yeah, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. I'll talk to you before
we'll,
now. I'll find you over there, and we'll go get. I owe you
we'll,
lunch. Yeah,
we'll
there you go,
celebrate pugs. All right, brother. Hey,
dude.
man.
So
It's great to see you. Thank you for sharing
okay.
your time, and be safe out
Yeah.
there. Hey, thanks.
Thank you for having me on class. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All right,
Kevin.
guys.
Take